Welcome back, folks. We got an exciting match today of the Lotus League matches. We have All by CC versus Outlawz. And both teams are ready to go. Let's get it started. All right, let's check out these bands. Manga Charizard Y makes sense. Sure is looking like ranked in here. Next band's gonna go over to Oh My CC, which I'm gonna refer to as CC for the rest of the set. And there's the Mega Gyarados band. See guys, the Mega Meta never really left. It's just been transformed. We have a Darkrai band. And Mon is very tricky to even hit. So it makes sense to me. Followed by another Mega band in Lucario. And the final band will be Vaporeon. Makes sense. Vaporeon can just do it all. It can heal, it can attack, and defend. It can even be a speedster if it wants to. Final band is going to go to Big Man Blastoise. First pick's going over to Outlawz. They're going to start off with Psyduck. Very popular first pick I've been seeing in the promo matches and ranked matches and in here. Such an excellent Mon. It's very bulky. Does a lot of damage. Well, it does decent damage. It does a lot of stun, I should say. Looks like that side of pick's going to be followed by Blissey and Delphox. Interesting choices. Followed by Outlaw's own regular Gyarados with Crustle. Can't wait to see how these walls are going to be placed. Looks like we're going to have Mimikyu, another strong all-around choice, but hopefully we get to see some... Oh, I wanted to see some Dragonite personally because we don't get to see enough of them. But we're going to have a strong pick and Umbreon. More supports. Don't get it twisted, folks. That Mon is a support. Last two picks for Outlawz is going to be a Mew. Mew has a lot of different moves. An offensive powerhouse. And it looks like they're going to hone in on Talonflame, the bravest bird. Final pick's going to go over to CC, and they're going to hone in on Buzzwole. I do agree with that pick. Buzzwole's a good answer towards that Gyarados. Or anyone it could get its hands on. Alright, looking at this composition here, I will save that for CC. The damage is a bit on the lower side, but they do have a lot of control in Delphox and Buzzwole. So they might get a bit outranged there with the walls from Crustle, his in this Rock Tomb, and Mew's Solar Beam and Electro Ball. And we have Talonflame getting to play different off angles. There's a lot of choices. No one's going to really restrict him unless he gets mean looked by that Umbreon. So he's going to have to watch out for that. They're going to have to force a proc on the mean look before Talonflame can make its move. If that's the move Umbreon goes for. I'd go for foul play. We got some first-time chatters. Welcome to the Lotus League. Make yourselves at home. Play nice. We're a community here. Match is about to get underway. All right, let's get started. Who's going where? Looks like we're going to have Mimikyu handing over to the jungle. Bottom lane's going to be Delphox and Umbreon, and top lane's going to be Chansey and Buzzwole. Well, at the bottom lane for Outlawz is going to be Mew and Crustle. Talonflame's the jungler. And over at top lane, we got Big Fish and Magikarp and Psyduck. Top lane already had a disadvantage here. Because of the fish. He's going to have to get his stat. He's going to have to build his meter right away. Honestly, the Psyduck shouldn't even, like, share the farm with Magikarp. Magikarp's going to need all the stacks it can get. Back at the bottom here. Crustle's almost level 4 already. He's going to need to get this farm here to reach it. And Mew secure with the Electro Ball. He missed aim the target. Umbreon wasn't quite close enough to the farm to get the secure and the damage. So they're going to have to settle for this ball toy. Back at the top, both junglers are making their move coming into the 850 mark. Psyduck ult procs, so he's not really going to have it for this 850s, and that's going to be an opening here for CC. Yep, there it is. That's Pitfish. No, wait. Nah, there he goes. Yep, won't be able to get that stack. You're going to have to back up there. Almost a Gyarados. That bar is about 80% full. Mimikyu getting these Zatus here at the bottom. And both teams return to neutral. Well, barring what's happening at bottom lane. We're also... I couldn't get a Rock Tomb out. Eve, both levels are relatively even. Both are level 5. Regidrago's going to spawn here in a couple of seconds. Who's going to play for it? Honestly, the Mimikyu can play for it. Talonflame might be able to steal it secure there. We're going to have to wait and find out. He is going to investigate top lane. We have Gyarados online here. Setting up a fly. Doesn't get any hits. Mimikyu was able to secure Regidrago. There's a Psyduck passive, creating space for his team. Back at the bottom, we have Mew and Crustle holding it down. There's the Mew Solar Beam. Mimikyu just misses the Shadow Sneak. It looks like they were playing around that. Talonflame here for 720 Bs. Getting the fly ready. There's that major secure. There goes Crustle, though. It took a lot of entry damage. All right. That Umbreon is... Oh, there's that Shadow Sneak. They're going to have to back off here. They're too low on health. Looks like that Umbreon is foul play, so that gives a lot more room for the entirety of Outlawz. They're still going to have to play around foul play. Foul play does a good damage on the highest attack rate hits, and Talonflame and Gyarados are good targets. Maybe we can try to get the rip here. Mew getting in a position for a secure. Won't be able to get it, though. Yep. Because Crustle gets it. Good show. It's going to have to back up here. They can't really play off of this Regieleki, but at least they secure it. They get some farm, they get some experience for their team, and they dissolve pressure. Back at the top, because of that dissolve pressure, Gyarados is able to take advantage of it and get some stacks in. Much needed stacks. He's almost level 9 at the 6-minute mark. He's on good pacing. Back at the center here, we have Talonflame getting a fly, getting all this experience for himself. He's already level 9. He has his ult on deck. Psyduck's gonna have to back up here. He just missed the superpower there. There's the beast going in. There's that foul play. Not be able to scoop up the Crustle. Oh, you're gonna have to... Oh, yep. That's your last fly, boy. And there it goes. Psyduck is way too late to do anything. That's a waste of an ult. And he's gonna get caught up for his hubris. His passive's about to run out. And KO. Crustle here is about to reach level 9 before the 5-minute mark. He's on good pacing. Mimikyu and Co are invading the jungle, trying to siphon up all the experience and heading over to top lane. Gyarados, Psyduck, and Talonflame are en route. But they should get this 10 points, 12 points in. Getting some stacks. But they're getting disabled, they're getting bubbled, and they're going to get KO'd for their troubles. Yep, there it is. Hope it was worth it. Back over at top, we have Reggie Ice. Outlawz is firmly going to secure that. There's no one to contest him for it. CC's going to play for bottom objective for Reggie Lecky. But if that happens, we're going to have some overcaps over at top. Umbreon's playing keep away, boxing out for his team. They have the Bustle rip it. Bustle's not that slow, not that fast of a ripper, so that gives Outlaw some time to rally. There's the Blissey secure. Mew's gonna have to ult to preserve its life. He's backing up. Talonflame shadowing this Delphox. He misses his ult. That's gonna cost him. CC might make a play for bottom, or they're gonna split push. Some go to the top, some go to the jungle, and some pressure at the bottom Reggie Lecky. All important. Bustle gets a KO on Mew. That's huge. He can go in on this Crustle, or he's actually gonna stay over to assimilate some of this farm over to his side. Crustle Odin getting a handsome shield. Now if he just walks in, oh, he can't capitalize off it. He took too much damage. There's that mystical fire there from Delphox. Fire Blast, mystical fire. Low cooldowns, he's always has to move up. Continuous damage. Talonflame was about to get killed there by Reggie Lecky. That's gonna kill their push. I'm gonna have to back up here. Well, it's almost 2 minutes. Kyogre's gonna spawn very soon. Lotus is about to reach level 13, creating vision for his team. That looks like they're gonna play for Reggie Ice. I'm gonna guess, and I guess correctly. Yep, another easy secure, and they'll be able to utilize the buff to a degree and some extra experience for the team. DC's in position, firmly in center first, though. So we'll see what Crustle can surmise for his team. He's kicking. Oh, yeah, he's getting some good vision. He sees Umbreon and he sees Buswell. He doesn't want to get caught out there. He doesn't have his ult yet, so they're going to have to play a little bit slow. Uh-oh. KO on Mew. Yeah. Yikes. Geralt's making his move. Blizz is gonna have to ult to save its life. There is the Delphox, so good target on the Mimikyu, but that's not enough. He Chef 6 right out of there. Getting great damage on everyone, but there's the X-Scissor. Good damage. There's the fly. Oh no, picks left and right. Double KO. So we have the Crustle ult, and yep, that's a cleanup. Time to rip, boys. A bit slow and secure there, but they got it done. Yep, 128 to 163. Yeah, they're gonna have to let that pad go. Now, nothing else really happens. That's a game one over to Outlawz. That pad is still defenseless for so long. They're gonna get an easy score here. Psyduck ulting to preserve the life of his teammates here. Mew ulting in to lose targeting against the enemy team, serving in, getting more damage and KOs. Talonflame trying to get a pick on Mimikyu, getting good damage, but he's gonna get Shadow Stick and Play Rough. Sorry, not Play Rough, Shadow Claw. There we go. More scores over. 128 to 501. That is a double KO for Delphox there. And Mew goes down, and yep, that wraps up game one. Outlawz 1-0. Let's see this final score here. decently competitive. 258 to 501. Let's check out these report cards. The MVP is going to go to Psyduck. 138 scores, 1 KO, but 6 assists, 85 overall rating. He was getting those buckets. A lot more KOs over to CC. It just couldn't wrap up the team fight very well. It happens. Let's see how they adjust for the next game. 80k damage and 76k damage for the Mimikyu and the Delphox respectively. They got good damage out. They just couldn't clean out. We'll see the adjustments going into game 2. All right, for this match, or these matches today, they do a coin flip for the first game. The winner decides the map and who's first or second pick. After that, the loser decides those things. So it will be up to CC to decide the map and if they want first or second pick.
They want second pick again, so still Kyogre in second pick.
Okay, so CC wants second pick and Kyogre, you said, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so same thing, and then whenever both teams are ready, we can start it up.
Alright, they're ready.
Both teams are ready. Let's rock. Now, I know Outlawz won that first game, but some bands I would like to see is definitely Mimikyu. That was a problem child. Same with Delphox. Either ban it or counteract what those mons are doing. That's the point of the draft. Use your tools. Use your tools. Yep, there it is. There's that Mimikyu band. In a Psyduck band. Yeah, I respect it. Psyduck's a menace. He never stopped being a menace. They buffed, though, they nerfed it like 8 patches in a row. And then they finally buffed it again. And then, like, everyone's playing it and it's cracked. What a concept. Well, there's one Mega that's slipped through the cracks, and it's Mega Lucario. Let's see what kind of damage it can employ. Lucario's naturally a 1v1 monster. You might be able to successfully 1v1 that Delphox, but Delphox just always has moves up, so it can just kite its way in the back and away from the gaze of Lucario. But we'll see how it plays out. We're going to have Vaporeon over at CC, and we're going to have Eldegoss over with Crustle. A supporting defender. Strong front line. Looks like CC's going to cycle in on Umbreon once again. Another Eevee. Don't get it twisted. You see those two Eevees right there? They're supports in disguise, and they're bulky like defenders. That's why they're really strong. They can do it all, except, you know, Vaporeon's just better Umbreon, but we're not here to talk about that. Looks like, I want to say that's a Scizor, actually. I'm not sure if it's Scyther. But he has a full heal, so I could be wrong. Next pick's going over to Outlawz. They're going to hone in on another Eevee in Espeon, pulling out the 12 gauge shotgun, followed by a Blaziken. Now I understand Blaziken got its nerf. It's no longer unstoppable when it does Blaze Kick, but it still hinders resistance. It's fine. It is fine. It's just that Buzzwole, you know, could just grab it and have its way with it. But we're not here to talk about that. We're here to look forward to this game. About 25 more seconds for final preparations. These teams look well balanced. Now, if that Scizor is in fact a Scyther, that's gonna be a real problem for Outlawz here. There's no one to really pin it down. So it's gonna have free run with mobility. And you know, there's an Umbreon over there. Last game it was playing Foul Play and Snarl, and that's a lot of physical attackers on that team at the bottom. So Snarl might be the move again, but we'll see. All right, matches are in progress. Both teams heading in. At the bottom, Delphox Umbreon. At the top, Vaporeon and Buzzwole. We have Torchic in the jungle. Espeon and Crustle at the bottom, competing for stacks. Sorry, competing for farm. And winning. Well, that caddy broke even right there. Back at the top, we have Vaporeon stacking. Brazenly so. Accompanied by Buzzwole. Elagot's getting a lot of entry damage on the Vaporeon here. And there's that. Uh-oh. Gonna have to X-Feed out of there. Hey, that's a resource you won't have for 850Bs. And you're gonna need it. Scyther is up here, along with Combuskin. Uh-oh. Combuskin revealed vision, so Scyther's gonna head on up. Oh man, they're gonna have an aggressive positioning on the Combuskin. But they wanted to fight for the farm. Combuskin's taking major damage. He has to eject up to the corner, but everyone sees him. You're going nowhere. Vaporeon is online. Umbreon and Espeon are online. Delphox not so much. It's gonna take some time. Back here at the top, we have a Hydro Pump Vaporeon. Such a wonderful move. Always stunning, always proc. Good entry damage, good CC. Very annoying. Scyther making its way to center for Regidrago. I do know that Vaporeon and Buzzwole want some more stacks, but Outlawz are playing pretty defensively. Back towards the bottom, Scyther is scoping out the area. You know, someone's around to try to out-secure him. Will it be Eldegoss? No, they're gonna get that. Pretty much uncontested. Back at the bottom, we have Umbreon trying to get some stacks in, but he's getting attacked by Espeon and Crustle. Time for 920Bs. CC has the numbers advantage, so they're going to be able to secure all this farm here. They have the reliable lead, only slightly. It's relatively even. As you know, Eevees get their moves, they get their ults at level 8, so they scale really early. Back here at the top, we have Lucario making plays for the Reggie Lecky along with Blaziken. That's going to be a gnarly secure. That might be a little too early, but up right on time. There goes Buswell. Next on the chopping block is Vaporeon running Aqua Ring. Looks like they're gonna leave this push. They're gonna let that push die. Turn around, get some experience, get some health up. It's a lot of farm and a lot more time on the clock. Patience. Russell and Blaziken are now making their move here. Getting those fire punches in. It is ripping it fast. Getting ready for that overheat, and oh! Bit too early. There's the Umbreon secure with the ult and stealing the shields off of nearby foes. Blaziken reaching level 9. Delphox also reaching level 9. It can attack that pad. It has its ult. But his teammates are just content with getting farm. I agree with that. Back at top, we have Vaporeon giving vision here. I know it wants its stacks in. It's just going to settle on being annoying and protecting that top pad. Giving the rest of his team the ability to farm up, get some stacks in, and make favorable pushes. Like this one. It's a 3v2 right here. Umbreon's making his move. Trying to foul play people in. Yep. Ults are going down. Blaziken is coming down to help, but it might be too late. Well, it's too late for Scyther. And perhaps Umbreon. Umbreon's taking major damage like Crustle is. There goes Crustle, and there goes Blaziken down 2. Not before taking down Umbreon. Buzzwell's not done yet. There's that super power. Well, both teams get experience out of that, so it was a equivalent exchange. Over at the top, he might get a Hydro Pump steal. Maybe next time. He's gonna have to let that pad go. Lucario's still ulted. Well, it's not level 11 yet, where Power Up Punch Plus gives it hindrance resistant. He made enough room for his team to show up. And now they can make a push here. Lucario is no longer Mega. Elgas has to ult here to live and preserve its life. And yep, teams are returning to neutral. The score is 2-48. These teams are pretty evenly matched for the second game. Back here at the bottom, we have Blaziken once again making a move on the objective. Gonna have a pretty gnarly secure. No one's should be able to contest this. There's that secure. Everyone might be able to get a score in, but there's the Focus Blast. Range damage. There's the Delphox ult getting a lot of good entry damage. Lucario goes down, followed by Blaziken. Russell's about to go down. He's going to have to retreat. Everyone's going to have to back up. Elgas getting a 40 in up top. But answered by a 40 at bottom by Buswell. And a KO down. Buswell's getting some stacks in and some ult charge. We got the first goal pad broken at the 3-minute mark. We got ourselves a set here. Back at top, we got a 23 overcap. Clock's winding down. Another pad is broken at the top. Top pad is broken, but more farm spawns up top as opposed to bottom. 40 seconds left to the Kyogre fight. Looks like Outlawz is going to make a play for Reggie Lecky here for additional pressure. But while that happens, meanwhile at bottom, you have Crustle and Blaziken getting some last-minute farm. Yep, they secured that Reggie Lecky, but Crustle also gets secured. He's going to be back soon, but Stacey's able to make their move now. Looks like they're going to go for a rip. Outlawz is a man down right now. Crustle's going to have to run back in. They're trying to bait out an option. It looks like CC Outlawz didn't budge. Both teams playing patiently. Outlawz has the option to backhand, perhaps. Bustle gets crammed in. He's gonna have to superpower his way out of that with an ult and an eject. Another Delphox ult getting so much damage. Yeah, Blason's gonna have to back up here, and now the rip begins. Umbreon playing keep away here, staying out of, keeping that Blaziken out of the pad. And that is the secure for CC. Oh, they have to score still. There's Delphox getting backed up by the Bustle there. That is so much damage. Oh my goodness. Oh yeah. Yep. Yeah, that's a wrap. No more time to rally. Not enough teammates to defend. CC's got plenty of points to score with. Yep, that's game 2. Going over to Oh My CC. Have no more time to rally. Outlawz can't make a comeback, can't mount a comeback here. Final score is 614 to 306. DC's favor. Now we got Delphox as the MVP. 9 KOs, 8 assists, 150 points scored, 88 overall rating. Strong performance here by the Delphox. 111k damage. Very strong performance by the Delphox. Yeah, that looks definitely a problem for Outlawz. They might be looking to ban it along with the Mimikyu for next game. Let's shake up these adjustments. All right. So Outlawz gets to decide the map and who gets first pick. Once that's squared away, we'll start up the next match.
They won first pick, so same map, and they're ready. No, they just want to go in.
All right, Outlawz is gonna get first pick. It's gonna be on the same map. Up to our gracious host, Supreme Leader Yumi, to start it up.
Now I gotta wait for stuff.
We always gotta wait for somebody. It is what it is.
I didn't expect the competition to be so close.
Yeah, usually it's a one-sided beatdown. I mean the timing. Yeah, timing-wise, I'm about it, but I do like competitive sets. Gives me stuff to talk about. For example, I still do believe that Delphox needs to be banned. Though I will say, that team got very enabled because that Bustle was able to shove whoever's in front of it into a spot for Delphox to ult. So, take that with a grain of salt.
They are ready.
They are ready. My glorious leader, please start it up so we can begin. All right. Game number 3. Remember, this is a 3 out of 5. The set is 1 up, both teams. Vaporeon as the first ban. I agree. That Bong's a big blue idiot, and I'm tired of it. Always living, always healing, splashing dirt in my eye. Tired of it. Get rid of it. Speaking of blue idiots, there is the Gyarados ban. Mega Gyarados. Followed by Mimikyu. Good choice. You know, thinking about it now, there's a lot of big blue mons that just need to go away. Like that one. Like Blastoise. They might ban it. Oh, wait. Hold on. They banned Mimikyu and they banned Slowbro. Either they were trying to get the Blastoise and they misclicked, or they don't want to be bound by somebody. I sense a big, powerful pick coming up. Someone who needs to be unrestricted. Now I got Blastoise as the big man. Strong first pick. Best defender in the meta right now. So many surfs. So many hydro pumps. But such a low cooldown. And Surf, regular Surf, not even Surf Plus, has a shield. It gets to do its job endlessly. We're going to be having CC taking over Cressel this time around. And we're going to have a Gyarados for Outlawz. Regular Gyarados. Hey, look, more blue mons. Followed by a Mew, and oh yeah, Meowth is a character. How could I forget? That was a very strong character. With the bell. Yes. Meowth with the Vanguard bell, yes. Ooh. Oh yes, finally, someone's using this. Alright, so let's review, ladies and gentlemen. Vanguard bell is an item where where every time a strong, powerful hindrance is applied, the user gets refunded 10% of its max HP. So, as you know, for Meowth, Fan Attack does CC. Fury Swipes also does CC. That's 2 forms right there. Now, bear in mind, Vanguard Bell's on a 5-second cooldown. That's not very long. So, it's beginning to be getting some health back. And it's a Meowth. So, it's going to get a random amount with it.
Demonic comp right here.
Most definitely. Looks like you won't be experimenting this time, but I know Mr. Mime will. That tells me that's going to be running Confusion and Barrier. Yep, its boosted attack should be able to proc it, as well as the shoves over to walls with a Barrier and Psychic. Can't wait to see it. Over on Outlawz, they did pick Umbreon and Talonflame. We might see a mean look Umbreon. That would be a good choice for not so much the Darkrai because he gets to play Whack-A-Mole, but for the Meowth. You want to keep that little bugger in place so you can deal with it. Don't be twisted. Meowth is not only a speedster, he's a brawler. Fury Swipes and Fan Attack both give shield. Powerful ones at that. That skill with his attack. So that mon's gonna brawl, and he's always gonna have an item on hand. And he's a jungler. Alright, let's get this bottom fight started here. We're gonna have Squirtle and Mew. That is a nasty bottom lane. That is a mismatch. They should be able to get every secure or kill they need. Yep, there's the mismatch. That Crystal should be donezo. So much damage, so much control, so much CC. Getting bullied over there. Meanwhile, back at the top, I'm gonna have the double slap from Mr. Mime. Getting that secure. He's over there playing with his Darkrai. Let's see if they can prevent this level 4 from this Umbreon. That's gonna be very pivotal. And there's the secure with the boosted. X speeding away. He's gonna have to bail. Too much damage. KO. Wait, what move is that, Meowth? Okay, he's Fury Swipes. I thought he was Payday. I'm like, wait, what? Let's see. Back at the bottom, an absolute travesties happening. Emily down at the bottom. Gonna have to fall Finnegan here. Getting level 5. Jet 2 Holiday. Talonflame's level 7 here. Heading to the bottom. He has decent pacing here. There's just no more farm. Looks like Meowth had a hand in this cookie jar. Taking all the farm. Big surprise. Getting ready for the 850Bs here. Sorry. Rage Drago secured at 750. Nice Meowth. Mean Look. There you go for Mean Look after all. Woof. Yeah, can't really do much about that one. Getting KO'd. Next to mine, a little behind on levels here. Doing what it can, but it got Mean Look, so it's isolated, and you know what that means. There's the eject. He got right out of there. Oh. Difficulty. Yep, sorry about that. Phone was bugging out, had to switch. Back at the top, we have Mr. Mime trying to make a play here. He's gonna have to base back. His health is too low. Meowth's trying to make a play here, but he got Mean Look at it. He got stopped in his tracks. He's level 9, and the item currently in his position is Eject Button. Let's see what plays he can make heading towards the bottom. You have Darkrai getting all the farm at the center, or at least most of it. I have to make a play at the bottom. Getting secured by Blastoise. Blastoise is gonna have to surf on out of there, taking too much damage. Like that Crustle. Yep, you're gonna have to get out of there for this one. Regroup. Time to fight for bottom. While that happens, looks like Outlawz is gonna make a play for top. We're gonna have Gyarados scoring some points here, getting some stacks. Scoring 15 there. Darkrai's gonna try to punish that one. Or just try to get the farm he can. He's gonna have to back up here. Gonna turn into a 3v1 very soon. Back at center. We're gonna have teams regrouping here. There is the rock tomb going over for Crustle. Not getting any picks or walling anybody in, but that is an ulted Umbreon. Look at it run around. Playing its life. There's the Stealth Fox ult. But ooh, that Umbreon is stuck to the wall. But it's getting KO'd by Talonflame. There's that KO there. Yep, that's a cleanup on Gyarados, and looks like, oh, everyone's next. Can he get the finish? Nope. Too much pressure. Turns out Meowth doesn't like CC either. There's the Mime ult. Pressuring. Can we get the... Oh, he couldn't get the Psychic off. He flew away, but he got it on Umbreon. Good KO. Blastoise was next, but he had the eject button right out of there. Mr. Mime with a stellar performance so far. Both teams are competing for this Regirock, while Talonflame's going to get an easy back half of 40 points. No, they're Delphox ult. Blastoise trying to secure it with his ult, but mistimed it, and the secure goes to Darkrai. And down goes Blastoise. Talonflame coming back from an off angle. Let's see what Pixie can get. Uh-oh. Oh, he missed that one. But there is a Talonflame ult. He can scoop up Mr. Mime, but that's not enough for a KO. But it is on Crustle. There's the Meowth ult. Trying to get a pick on Gyarados, but he just doesn't have the health to do it. And Talonflame scoring 17 points with a 12 overcap. Fighting the Mr. Mime. Mr. Mime, he just does it. And there's the twist. Let's go, Mr. Mime. Talk to him. No, both teams are resetting to neutral. Outlawz having running away with it right now. 43 to 258. They get to play this next upcoming fight in Kyogre Pit passively. They've earned that right. Gyarados with the secure at Regieleki. Blastoise making another back up for another 40 points. Uncontested. Extending the lane to near 300. Cece's gonna have to wrap up this Regieleki, get it out of the board. Another 22 points from Blastoise. Got some levels in ult charge. Crustle doing some bush checks with Rock Tomb. If he looks at that Elbush, he might be able to catch somebody. Uh-oh. Crustle doesn't want to be there. He's gonna have to ult to live. All right. His team's backed him up. Mr. Mime's got his back. We got Talonflame in the back position. His teammates should have seen that. But we'll see. They're guarding the Delphox. They're aware. Where's Talonflame? We know he's in the back. He's somewhere. CC being a bit patient here. We're going to have to play this carefully. And he moved too aggressive, and Talonflame's going to have words with that Delphox. There's the Delphox, so he ejects right out of there, and Talonflame gets ulted by Darkrai. Everyone's low here. Let's see what pickups that can happen. DC's getting hurt. They're getting hurt bad. All that's left is Darkrai here, and he's over halfway done. He's going to have to leave. Back into the hole in the ground. He might try to fight for secure. Honestly, yeah, backcapping's not even nonsense here. He's going to have to go for that secure. Patience, patience. Ah, too slow. Blastoise secures the Kyogre. Outlawz is primed to take game 2. They don't even have to score. Yep, they elect to play patiently. It is firmly within CC's grasp to do something. Now, obviously, the other team has the buff. CC's going to have to work as a whole unit to try to get some value back. But if they do that, some people will inevitably backcap, extending the lead. And time's running out. Time is basically out. There's not enough time to do anything, actually. Game 2 is going to Outlawz. Set is 2-1. Yeah, no more buffs. Not enough time. Time's up. Not gonna lie, I thought that was CC's game to win. They got all of them very low, but they just couldn't finish out. A lot of Mons had escape options for that very situation. Umbreon had ult to give it a big shield. Mew had ult to make it untargetable and invincible. Talonflame used Fly. Blastoise, well, he's just Blastoise. And Gyarados has ult. That was a tough break there for CC. Well, sets 2-1. Outlawz is on match point. The ball's in CC's court. What map are we gonna pick, and where are we gonna go? Now, the maps in question are Kyogre, Groudon, and Rayquaza, I believe. All those maps are legal. Well, but let's be honest, nobody likes Rayquaza. It's either Groudon or Kyogre. Everybody loves Groudon. How? Why? How? Mercy.
Because who's gonna take my shield if I take out the whole team?
It's because of people like you that mechanic's going to change. I hope you're happy.
Alright, they went second and Groudon. Ooh, we're changing it.
Ah, finally! Some excitement. DC will take second pick, so that means they're gonna get 2 Mons at once. And it's gonna be Groudon. You best believe they're gonna play for that secure. Groudon is an amazing buff. If you take it for yourself, oh man, all the damage, all the glory. I sense attackers coming in. I sense speedsters coming in. The series right now, my friend, is 2-1 Outlawz. Thanks for tuning in. Make yourself at home, but be respectful. Leave your shoes at the door.
Oh, this is Volt from TR.
Whoa! The Psyduck? Oh man.
Yeah.
You gracious.
Try to bust.
That's some six-sided gameplay. Both teams are ready. And let's get it started.
This is a T1 number 1 here.
You see that, Darkrai? I don't like it. Get it out of here. See that Vaporeon? I don't like it either. Get it off the board. And Mimikyu. Good bands. And Blastoise. And Charwai. Get it all out of here. Let's have some fun. And then they pick Psyduck. Now there goes the neighborhood. Psyduck's the master of fun. Oh yeah, that's definitely a TR hater in the chat. And proud.
I feel like it's just Walt's second account, just arguing with himself.
Arguing with himself. That would be what a strat.
That's marketing. That's how you get marketing for your team. It's attention.
Kind of stretch you see from NBA players. On to these picks, though. We got Delphox, Umbreon, Crustle, Gyarados. Same picks as before. Nothing too different.
Yeah, but Outlawz has the Crustle now.
They do. Crustle's going back home with Dad for the weekend. And we have Buzzwole. All right. Let me add him. Let me grab him. Let me put my hands on him. There, folks. This is Groudon. Get that buff and delete that enemy team. They will be no match for you. I do like the Mew pick. That Soul Beam is going to come in clutch for secure. Same with Leafeon ult, actually. But wait. CC has secured their own with Talonflame Fly. And what's this final pick going to be? Let's see. All right. Please support my boys. Composition-wise, both teams are just evenly matched. One in each role. Though you can say Umbreon's more of a support, but it is what it is. It is what it is. That's 2-1. Outlawz is on match point. Let's see how it goes down. We got CC in 5. Let's get the potential last game started. Afion running straight to that jungle. Will he fully clear it? We're gonna have to wait and see. Meanwhile, at the bottom, we got the Mew and Russell once again. Fighting Delphox and Umbreon. They still do have the advantage. Delphox is a weak start. But both teams are respecting each other with a secure. Yeah, Magikarp just waiting for this piece of farm ball by itself. You need to get stacks in there, mate. Oh no. Yep, that's about right. Uh-oh. Leafeon got the clap back though. I'll teach you to mess with my friends. Actually, clap on the Sonic was secure on the bus wall. Uh-oh. Your juggle's in danger. Yep. That's where he heads. Yep. Your Dungle's in danger. He's gonna have to bail. This is our house now. Leafeon's gonna have to make its way out. So much damage. And Psyduck passive procs. Now I'm gonna go back to my jungle. Take that. Mew missing the Soul Beam here, but it's gonna have more chances. Alphen trying to get whatever damage it can. Mew at the top. There's a big Gyarados and he's pissed. Uh-oh. Outlawz is already running away with this. But the game's only just begun. 720 Bs are about to spawn. And teams are taking their position. Leafeon's gonna play from the bottom. Alphane's gonna try to refund some experience. He's behind level-wise from the jungler. Speaking of jungler, there goes Leafeon being a bully again. That one in flame. Uh-oh. Leafeon's gotta go. And up. Just missed Mew. Good presence of mind. Oh, Flame's kind of slowed down there. Look at all that damage. There's that Sonic passive pushing everyone away. Come back and try again in your next life. KO. Gyarados all by himself at the top, getting well fed. But it looks like he wants some dessert heading about down the bottom lane. We're gonna send Leafy on the top, scoring that big juicy 40. And the pad won't break. Wait, he didn't get it in time. Buzzwole's pissed. Leafeon's gonna have to go. Buzzwole doesn't have quite the damage yet to deal with that. He ulted for that? Ah. Yeah, he's gonna have to back up. No, there's no way you're getting that, dude. You gotta go. You shouldn't have been here. Psyduck, help! Psyduck, please! No way! Psyduck to the rescue. Look at him. He's a superhero. Coming in at the last minute. One for Psy right over there. The hero we need. That was Talonflame going in with a blaze of glory, getting taken down by Mew. Mew with the coaching, and he gets snuffed out by the Delphox ult. Same with Leafeon, you just couldn't quite run through that. That's a slow there. Delphox taking over. Getting some good comeback experience, but the point differential has not really changed. 196 to 0. Outlawz' favor. But hey, since he got some comeback experience, I'll give him that. Let's see, we have Crustle trying to make a play down here. He's gonna get that 40, and it's too late for Delphox. Yep, too late. Have Mew applying some external pressure here. Both trying to start something to make something happen. Just whiffs his move, but he'll try next time again. There's the Leafeon ult once again, but hey, Bolso's right there. You can't get away with that one. There's the Delphox ult once again. Delphox been such a strong pick on either teams for this set. You can't get a position for secure, and Gyarados tried, but he failed for that. And now Outlawz making its first scores of the game. Russell trying to make something happen here, but he's getting swarmed by Buzzwole. Here comes Talonflame, and there is the Crustle ult. This is going to be a turnaround. CC has overstayed its welcome, trying to score more points in. Giving back their experience that they've worked so hard to gain. Score is 79 to 259. Well, at least they're on the board. Leafeon and Gyarados getting a quick and easy secure on this Regieleki. And I don't know what Solar Beam was that, but we're not going to talk about that. 11-0 cap for Umbreon. Old charge, stacks, and levels. We'll take it. That. And Outlawz can't play from top for Kyogre. They're going to have to largely play from the bottom. Russell taking some early aggressive positioning. Getting some vision. Bush checking. Well, while that happens, DC's taking positioning inside the pit itself. You know, I just realized that Crustle had on Assault Vest just for the Delphox. And potentially Blissey ult. See, uh-oh. There's that Speedster back there. Waiting on that off angle. Oh, so play's about to be made very soon. Oh, Leafeon's right there. They had to have seen that one. He's gonna have to back off. You bush check him with Solar Beam, but that front line's taking a lot of extra damage. Psyduck's passive procs, but it's gonna be on cooldown very soon. And now that CC's gonna make their move, but Buffalo goes down. So does Delphox. Mew ults, but he made himself visible and a target. He's gonna have to back up here. Talonflame wants. Oh, he went too hungry for Mew. Gonna have to back off. They have Gyarados, they have Leafeon, and they have Mew. They're free to rip this right now or score. Ball's in their court. They're not even gonna touch it. I respect it. Do another fight. Do it again. Now CC's gonna have to try to rip it. So they're gonna have to fight Groundon, and they're gonna have to fight Outlawz. Outlawz also making a back cap, dispersing the team. Leafeon goes down. Uh-oh. That's not someone you want to go down right now. Bustle making a move, taking down Mew. Uh-oh. It's collapsing. Everyone's low. Russell's doing the best it can here. And the Talonflame secure. 20 seconds remain, though. But everyone's KO'd. Yep. That's a dub for CC. Scores 2 up. Yep, kind of went downhill where that Leafeon committed too hard to that back cap when it was very low. And lost the core engine of the offense. Outlawz just needed to hold out a little bit longer. Like 10 more seconds. They held up for 10 more seconds. CC couldn't score. CC couldn't rip, secure, and then score within that 10-second interval. Timing was just a little off. All right. MVP, obviously the Delphox. 7 KOs, 5 assists, under 6 points scored, 87 overall rating. Last minute success. We're at a game 5. This set is at an end. Next win wins the entire set. Stay tuned. We're gonna set it up for you guys real quick.
Outlawz wants to do second pick and Kyogre. Back to Kyogre.
Outlaw, second pick, Kyogre. Got it. Just waiting for the go-ahead. I know Outlawz wants that salty run back. They want it now. That was their game to win. All right, give me 1 minute before we start. All right, I'm back and I'm ready. Yes, the caster needs water. I've been talking for about 3 hours. I'm only human.
You didn't expect it to be this competitive, did you?
Hell no. I wanted to stomp. I wanted to stomp for my preservation. But here we are. Both teams never say die.
They don't hear no bell.
That's a South Park reference. I didn't hear no bell. I got that one. My friends say that reference all the time. Oh man, that means we could be friends.
The duck ban.
Yes, ban the duck. I'm tired of them. There's a new duck in town, but he's banned. Who am I kidding? Sonic's still way better than Farfetch'd. He's way better than Sirfetch'd. All right. Will Char Y ever get out of band jail? No. But here's one that's out of jail. Blastoise. Coming on in first pick for Oh My CC. So, I want to confirm this with you. Are you aware of a potential rule change in the UCS in the future where if you pick a Mon during the set, you're not allowed to go back to that Mon for the rest of it?
Oh, like a blockout? Yeah, I've heard of that. They've done it in Japanese tournaments before.
That sounds hot.
That literally forces people to like learn new mons instead of just keep to your top 3.
But I want to play Umbreon 20 games in a row and just mean looking one around. No, pick someone else. You're forced to. You're forced to learn all the mons in your role. I love it. I can't wait for it. Laura knows I'm...
Be a Curios.
Yes.
Curios plays like 5 different roles. Be a Curios.
Yes. Expand your options. Wait a minute. Is that Latios? Ah, never mind. I got hoodwinked. Why pick Latios when you can pick the better mage?
Delphox cook.
Yep, it's been cooking this entire set. Mainly because Outlaws are kind of grouped up a lot, because look at them. They have to group up. Yeah. They have 2 supports and a bunch of all-arounders. So they get bunched up. Bus will throw someone in that direction. Supporters hunt around that person. I'll heal you, my friend. Oh yeah? Delphox burns him to a crisp with fireworks.
Delphox should put on curse to make it worse.
Yeah, even though the ult's basically a built-in curse. It looks like he's doing a cooldown build. Either way works. Either one works. Wait, hold on. Set up Blastoise with a bell? Uh-oh. Blastoise. Huh? That item doesn't exist anymore. Now since it's been outlawed. You know, I would think the Umbreon would have that item because Blastoise can actually farm. But c'est la vie. You might go for an invade, but you didn't hear that from me. Hey, they both want to experience share. Wait, what? What is this, 2025?
Yes.
They don't do that anymore around here. That item's no longer mandatory. In fact, it belongs in the trash. Bold and brash, well, like belongs in the trash. Well, we got Mew and Mr. Mime at the bottom. That is the stronger lane for sure. Squirtle does help out with that, but he's like, you know what? I'm not going to compete with that. I know what I'm up against. Let's just get what form we can get. Back at the top lane with the big fish. Not gonna lie, a little tired of seeing a fish in the top lane. But it is what it is. Let's see what stacks he can get. Let's see what meter he can build. He's playing the long game. Was Mega Lucario the jungler? They want him online right now? But like, Lucario, a level 4 Lucario would be better right here so he can push the farm and secure everything. Because this happens. Oh. Oh no. Well, and you got mean looked. You stay right there. I'm gonna score. Get away from my big beefy friend. We want to stack. This is our lane now. In fact, we're gonna stack some more. Give me this B. I want this Swablu. I want this Altaria. All right, I'm done. I'm going to the bottom. Well, they're keeping it competitive. They're both level 5. Actually, a little bit ahead of the Mew and Mr. Mime. Blastoise is putting in work. Nature's healing. Both teams are returning to their respective sides. But what's this? Outlawz is heading towards the center. We're gonna fight for this. Umbreon's like, whoa, the enemy's here. I'm gonna try to go for a cheeky secure. Talonflame. I'm a mean looking person. Time it. Whoa, that's way too early. Well, it would have been way too early if Lucario wasn't close combating it.
Steal. He died for that steal.
Yeah, he did. He did. Who's the jungler? I can't tell anymore. Everyone's like level 7. The last voice is like, hey, I'm serving it this way. Mr. Mime's like, no, you're not. It's staying right here. Alright, you can have it.
It's good that they're spreading their XP to each other now, though.
Yes, absolutely.
But they need that Buzzwole on level 9.
Yes, but hey, Buzzwole's very functional at 7. He's very functional. Same with a level 8 experience share Blastoise. Uh-oh. Serve, and kaboom! Oh, he went for the secure instead of kills. But he's gonna get the kills anyway.
Nice, nice Talon.
Yep. Clean up, everyone do your job.
They're getting better at their timing.
Alright, Blastoise is like, alright everybody. Score. Get your points in. I'm gonna get level 9 no matter what.
Yeah. Oh no.
Gyarados is like, hey you bastard, come back. I wasn't done with you yet. In fact, I'm gonna start ripping this. I said I'm gonna, you know, now they're gonna look for a fight. Mr. Mime a little bit behind here, level 6, about to be 7. Gyarados trying to get a whatever piece of farm it could get. Oh, my CPC's got a lot of ult. They want to fight. And Lucario's not up there. I don't think they should take this fall. Oh, dear God. Oh, my stars.
Get him.
They should not have taken that fight.
Nice cover.
Oh, at least Lucario gets the stack. And he needs it. But who does Lucario try to 1v1 in this? So, like, here's what I'm thinking. Lucario's a 1v1 gremlin. Who does he 1v1? Fox? Good luck. There's a mean look Umbreon babysitting it. And a Buzzwole. And a Blastoise. And a Talonflame for bursting you for even trying. Looks like these guys are just having fun. I respect it.
He's still trying to get pushed.
Now, this will all change when that Mr. Mime gets level 9. This will all change. Wow. Do not score. Get away. I like that he didn't put it on the entirety of the pad because it makes it harder for the enemy team to run away. And oh look, it got manhandled by Buzzwole. Who would have seen that coming?
Nice 3 KO.
4 KO, 4-piece hit contender combos.
Set your hearts ablaze, guys. I'm so proud of you guys.
Talonflame looking for more. Controlling the levels, he is level 12. He's the level leader. In control of this game. Man, he dodged all that with fly. That's nuts. Kaio, level 11, not too far behind. No, Umbreon, you're gonna have to walk away. You're taking damage. And mean look. Goodbye, Mr. Mime. Next. And they needed that Mr. Mime. That ult would have went crazy. And now they're gonna get ulted. Such a turnaround from CC. Taking control of the game early. Pretty much a reverse of the Mr. Mime. There's no one there.
Okay. They're still pushing. Oh, there's the Mime ult.
Well, that was his last one before the Kyogre fight.
I would just, yeah, there we go.
Oh, well, it's his last one. Moving on here.
Timers.
Yep. Oh my, CC taking full control of this game. They don't have a single pad broken. Scores 235 to 33. This is an evenly matched set. CC's just been improving with every game. I'm proud of these guys.
This is a new team too.
All right, at the top. This Lucario needs 13, but look who's around taking all of his food.
I cap 42.
Uh-oh. Oh, no. Come here. We're not done. Ouch. Go back to spawn and try again in your next life. That Lucario has his works cut out for him. So you know what that means. It might be Rip City. This is about to be a messy Kyogre fight. They got top objective. WinCon is online. Do they use WinCon? Mr. Mime, what? No! What? That's for the team, not you!
The reverse sweep.
Please just rip it. Just rip it, please. No!
Yep, there it is. There's the bulk, right, for the Delphox. In the spin with the Blastoise. Big man Blastoise with the Surf. Get it!
Ow. Well,
That's beautiful. Good job, CC.
well, that's all she wrote.
So she were.
I
I told you they heard no bell and they got it. Look
Yeah.
at
That last game was an ass beating. Not gonna sugarcoat it. Ouch.
that. I would have Delphox felt it right there too.
You should have seen my face when I panned my camera down. I just see Mr. Mime dancing on him by himself. I was like, whoa, what's this? That wasn't in the program.
This was not planned.
This was not planned at all. You weren't supposed to do that. Well, at least they had fun.
Better than a white. They went to the 5th game. Not a lot of games in the leagues go that far.
It's true, but it looks like they definitely gassed out in the 5th game. Meanwhile, the reverse was the case for CC. Slowly setting their hearts ablaze, but yes, took a while to start that fire, but the fire's been started and it's lit. Yeah, let's just surrender here. Let's not waste any more of our time. It's been 3 hours. Let's not waste any more time. 803 to 131. Nah, that's a clapback if I've ever seen it. Let's check out this report card. Yep, Talonflame. 10 KOs, 11 assists. 87 overall rating, but don't get it twisted. This was a well-oiled machine. 2 11 assists, a 19 assist Umbreon, an 18 assist Blastoise, a 16 assist Delphox. That's a team right there. Well-oiled machine. Stats reflected. They played off each other very well. Fortunately, Outlawz kind of gassed themselves out there. Only 2 kills apiece for the entire team. One of them's on Eldegoss. Hate to see it. But when there's a winner, there's a loser. It is what it is. Great job to both teams. We got a competitive set. Basically a reverse sweep. Yeah, here we are.
Reverse sweep, yeah. And then tomorrow we have Dark Lord Gaming versus DF Frostbite.
More games.
We have nothing tomorrow.
Excellent. Well, let's see if we get these guys for an interview, or if not, let's see what happens. What do these guys want to do?
Yeah,
Let's probe them for some information.
All right, Stuffy's joining.
Excellent.
Let's see this.
Hello.
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 Stuffy, congrats on the win. First sweep.
Thank you. Thank you.
So yeah, tell me how you guys feeling. Let's start with that. You guys got to be feeling great.
You're feeling pretty good. I'll be honest. It was kind of rough at first.
Oh yeah, well, we'll talk about that shortly.
First, I just looked at how they were. Okay. I looked at how they were drafting, and like they were drafting things that just like I wasn't like entirely prepared for. So I was just I was just confused as to the decision making there. But I think the draft was like the main component during those games. I think skill wise, we're all pretty similar, honestly.
Yeah, the match count shows that.
Like driving factor was just the draft. Yeah, it's just the draft was what decided everything. So, yeah.
Yeah, it was looking rough for you guys for those first two games, but slowly but surely you guys were picking up steam. What you guys' thought process going into that last game? I know things started to really turn around. It looks like you guys started to hit your stride. You got comfortable. Setups are happening. Timings are on point. So yeah, let's talk about that for a second.
Yeah, I think at first we're still a relatively new team, so we're still trying to like find our footing right now. But you know, I'm honestly kind of proud that we were able to adapt pretty quickly. I thank goodness it was like a best of 5 set, because I think we needed that time.
Yeah,
for sure.
It's definitely a factor.
But regarding that, I think after we realized that they loved picking Gyarados a lot. We knew going in that they were definitely going to try to take the Mega Gyarados, but they just pivoted to regular Gyarados. It was also pretty good in this meta right now, especially like the tank version of it.
Definitely.
And it seems like that they were just picking that. So after a bit, you start to realize that yeah, they're just gonna pick Gyarados and like Crustle and other stuff like that, like the entire set, because that's what they were picking. So my answer to that personally was Buzzwole. And another thing is after like game 3, I want to say, we started taking Talon away from them because Talon was simply just getting too much value with the team comp like that. So we just decided to take it for ourselves and have me play Buzzwole. Because like early game, I can easily just take all the farm from the Magikarp, basically just bully the Magikarp lane essentially. And that's basically my thought process with that pick, was being able to just completely shut down the Gyarados, because that was the one giving us the most trouble the first couple games, besides the Talon of course. But so, yeah.
Yeah, that was absolutely a key interaction in the yeah.
Those two.
That was definitely a key interaction in the set. Since you're dealing with a Magikarp up top, Buzzwole just gets to run away with that for as long as he wants. And then Buzzwole also just counters any L-rounder like ever because he's Buzzwole. Yeah, and like after that, you would pick someone just to shove in the back. That person gets shoved in the back. Their supports try to huddle around him to heal him. But as soon as that happens, Delphox ults them. That was the interaction. Every single team fight.
Exactly. That was what we were trying to do. We were trying to just play around our Delphox Unite, because Delphox Unite is a very, very strong Unite for team fights, especially like if you're gonna push a pad, because that Unite is just very good.
It's very good.
A lot in those team fights. So
designed for team play.
That's what we were trying to do. Just slow them down with that. Yeah. We just slow them down with it, and then we just collapse on them, because we started noticing that they do tend to clump up a little bit. And that's not really their fault. It's more of like
due to their composition. Yeah.
our composition was very like clump heavy, and you know, once we get like a good engage or a good time to get something done, you know, that's the whole thing. You just have to just play around that, and just be careful of the speedster, because the speedster.
Yeah, which is why I got Talon off the board. That's a good one to get off the board.
Yeah. The Leaf was a lot easier to see coming, for sure.
Yeah.
Than Talon.
Leaf is very one-dimensional. It like has to like go in and like stay on the floor to do its thing. Talon has the luxury of like, I'm just gonna be up here in the Z-axis. I'll see you guys later. But yeah, good stuff. You guys did your homework. Yeah.
Yeah.
Congrats to you guys. I'll leave you guys to it.
Thank you so much.
GG's.
Thank you so much.
Congratulations. Such good games.
Such good games. Well, we're about ready to wrap up here. I want some water. I've been at this for a while. The VODs will be showing up on Twitch. Don't worry about it. I am a trooper. I hang in there. So yeah, the VODs will be on Twitch. On my YouTube channel, there will be a playlist called Lotus League for the promo match, this match, and future matches I'm casting for. So look out for that. And thank you guys for stopping by, commenting, showing your support. Much love, man. Very appreciated. Oh yeah, don't forget to thank our gracious leader, Yumi. This is all her. I'm glad to be part of the ride. Yeah, 2 claps for Yumi.
I'm glad you guys can compete, because I love watching your hearts set ablaze.
Set your hearts ablaze.
From 2 new teams is very exciting to watch.
So yeah, looks like we're gonna call it here. You guys have a good night and drink some water. I know I am. Stay hydrated.